I promised you another way to rename or regroup. This is it. So I hope that you've looked over the other video and have studied it, taken notes, and you need to do the same thing on this one, okay? So we are still subtracting mixed numbers. Mixed number being a whole number and a fraction, okay? So I've started this one off for us already. 2.5 subtract 1 and 5/6. And I know that the first thing you know already is you need a common denominator. When you add, subtract, or compare, please be able to say that in your sleep. When you add, subtract, or compare fractions, you must have a common denominator, okay? So I've already set that up for us. So 2 1/2 equals 2 3/6, and this one is the same. Our common denominator is 6. So on the last one, we kind of renamed. I said some of you like to use the term borrow because I have three pieces that I need to take 5 from. I cannot do that. It is impossible to take 5 from 3. So another way you can do this is this method. So watch carefully. I kind of like this way. You have to decide which way you like it. So once you have your common denominator, you may take your denominator, multiply it times the whole number. So 6 times 2 is 12. Then you add the numerator. So 6 times 2 is 12, plus 3 is 15. You keep your denominator. This is how you make a mixed number into an improper fraction. I showed you in one of the other videos how to take an improper fraction and make it a mixed number by dividing. This is how you take a mixed number and change it into an improper fraction. Okay, again, 6 times 2 plus 3. So that's how you take a mixed number and change it to an improper fraction. Okay? So we'll do the same thing below here. 6 times 1 is 6, plus 5, 11. That's my numerator, and I keep my denominator. Okay? So I've changed my mixed number to an improper fraction. Now I can subtract because I can take 11 from 15. I can take 11 from 15, and that is 4/6. It's not in its simplest terms, so I must find that greatest common factor to divide, which is 2. So my answer, this is the very same problem we did before, but depending on when you watch these videos, you may not remember. My answer is 2/3. So you have 2 different ways that you can solve a mixed number subtracting problem when you need to rename. You can regroup, which is what we did in the previous video, or you can change your mixed number to an improper fraction and then subtract. We're going to practice with one more because you always need practice, can't get enough. So here's our practice problem. What's the first thing we need to do? I didn't hear you. You're right. Get a common denominator. So what's my common denominator going to be between the denominator 5 and 3? Right off the top of your head, I'm hoping you're thinking, oh, it's 15. So I'm going to change these to 3 and something 15 and 1 and something 15. So 3 times 5 gives me 15. So 1 times 5. And times 3, so 1 times 3. Now, 3 is at the top. Can I take away 5? I cannot. So on this method, we can change our mixed number to an improper fraction. Here I have 15 times 3, that's 45, plus 3 more is 48 over 15. And here it's 15 times 1 is 15, plus 5 more is 20 over 15. Now I'm going to subtract those. My denominator stays the same. 48 take away 20. Can you do that one in your brain? 48 take away 20 is 28. I still have an improper fraction. That means I need to convert this back to a mixed number to kind of simplify it. So, remember how we do that? We divide the denominator into the numerator. So I'm going to come right over here. 15 into 28 will go only 1 time. It'd have to be 30 to go 2 times. So 1 times 15, 15. And 8 take away 5 is 3, 2, 13. So I have, and there's nothing to bring back down. So I have 13 out of 15 left. So my answer here is 1 and 13/15. Now, I purposely chose something with a bigger number to multiply so you could see, you need to determine, is this one that I would rather do multiplying and changing to an improper fraction, or is this one that I would have rather renamed and regrouped and done it the previous lesson's way? That's up to you. You don't have to do every problem the same way every time. Some problems, to me, are easier this way, and some are easier using the other method. You have to find out what works for you, which one you're the most comfortable with, and you use that one. You become successful with what works for you. Now you look back at this, pause it, take some notes, because you're going to have something to do this week.